Hello guys, welcome to the Android classroom. So as you all know, we have been learning Firebase machine learning, and today we are gonna learn how can we translate text from any language to English using Firebase ML Kit. So let's begin. So guys, I've already installed Firebase in my Android Studio project and have included some of the libraries which are required to convert the text. These three libraries are required: Firebase Natural Language, Language ID model, and Translate model. So you must be wondering why we need ID model. We need ID model because first we need to know in which language we are getting the text. Means in which language the source text is. Then we can convert it to English. To know the language of our current text, we need the ID model. So let's just start and create a simple UI to make the Firebase machine learning translation work. So here you can see there's a linear layout. I will add a text view, wrap content. Margin would be 20 dps. And gravity will be horizontal. ID will be source language. Then I'm gonna create a edit text, wrap content, min height 100 dp, gravity, layout gravity, top, margins as usual 20 dps, and then I'm gonna set an hint source tag. Let's add the text here. Okay, let's give him an ID. ID will be source text. Now let's create a button in which when we create a button whom on press we will translate the text, given a margin of 20 dp as usual, and text translate. ID would be translate. Let's create the text view, wrap content. Gravity would be center horizontal. ID would be translated lang. Size 20 sp. Margins 20 sp. Text will be English. It will always be English, so we don't need to give an ID. Now let's create another text view. Let me just copy and paste this so we can save over some time. And it would be 16 sp. Let's give it an ID. Translated text. Okay, so our UI is ready. Now let's go to our main activity and bring all the views and bind them. Sorry, I just open the string file. Let's include this one. Let's just import our source. Let's give private variable text view. Edit text. Our button, and then finally our translated text. It would be a text view. Okay. Let's just get those views in our on grid, and source language equals to find my id other id dot source language, and source text equals to source text, and then I'm translated button. I think we should fast forward this part, because you all know how to do it, how to bring the views. It's just taking too much of time. Okay, translate was the key, and then I'm translated text. Find you by ID. Where's the ID, man? Okay, sorry, I'm being a bit much faster and making much mistakes. Okay, we have got all the views set. Now, as I told you, to convert a language, first we need to know in which language our current text is. So, to know which language our current text is, we need to use Firebase text language identifier. We need to identify that text. So how can we do it? First, let me just create let's set our on press listener on our button. On click listener, sorry, on press, I'm just confusing on press, on click listener, and then I will get a method here. Identify language, created on our main activity here. For this creator, okay. Create a source text variable, so it would be used now because I'll be using the source text anywhere, not just in this function, in other functions too. This will equals to source text dot get text dot to string. Simple. Then we need to get Firebase identifier, language identification. We will name it identifier equals to Firebase natural languages dot get instance dot get language identification. Okay, now we'll call our function on this our identifier which we have just created dot identify language, and then we're gonna pass over the source text which we are typing on our edit text. So I'll give it, and then add on success listener. This will return us the language code of our current language. If it is Hindi, it will give us HI. If it is Arabic, it will give us AR, and so on. So let's just first confirm that it is returning a valid language code or not, because many times if someone has typed like some extra emoticon and something which is not supported by any language, then our app will forcefully be closed or crashed. So let's just check if the language is supported by Firebase or not. So whatever the language the user has typed in has been supported by Firebase or not. So how can we check it? We can check it by dot equals to UND. Whenever a language is not supported by Firebase, it will return the language code as UND. This S is the language code. Okay, so if you want to know all the language code, you can always visit to the Firebase website and can search here. These are the language code of the languages. So in this S will return these type of language code for each language. If it is Afrikaans, it will return AF. If it is Arabic, it will return AR, and so on. So it must be clear to you. And if it returns UND, it means it cannot find a language. There was no language matching to the text. Here we will display a toast. Language not identified. And if the language is identified, then what we're gonna do, we are going to create another method, get language code. And here we'll pass this language.